Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruby. This is Ruby Red, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about some goals and intentions that I have for my reading and my channel in the new year. So, thanks for stopping by. It is almost the end of the year, and we finally have a beautiful, relatively warm day here in New York State. So, I'm happy to be able to film this outside. And my little mic on a stick. I hope that it goes okay. I just have some of my goals written down in my little notebook somewhere. Okay, got them. So I've never made a video like this before. I've never publicly really shared my personal reading goals on this channel. And I've also never really followed through with them, at least all the way through the year. Like I'll do good for a few months and then kind of fall off the wagon, so to speak. But I've also in the past I've sort of tried to set like stronger goals, and this video, these are going to be pretty loosey-goosey, like not smart goals, just intentions, vibes. But I am making this video with the intention of being able to like react to it later in the year, maybe midway through the year or towards the end of 2024, and see how it goes, because part of the problem is that a year is a long time and a lot can happen, a lot can change, especially with something as like casual as reading, I guess. You know, career goals, big financial goals, those are things that you might not, wobble on throughout the course of just 12 months. But for reading, I feel like what I want to get out of reading and my YouTube channel throughout the year can definitely change. So for my other like life and personal goals, I've sort of switched to thinking about them seasonally instead of annually. But for the purposes of being able to make this video and it's reading, it's not that serious. I'm gonna make this like yearly goals video. Okay. These are not in any particular order is the other thing. A big one is that I am freeing myself from any posting schedule expectations. And I know that's like not good advice for somebody who's maybe wanting to grow their channel. Like consistency, posting the same time every week is important, but I have not been able to post that regularly in a while, and I don't know that that's going to change in the coming months. So I'm just formally freeing myself from any obligation to try and post once a week, every other Tuesday. I'm just not doing that. You'll get a video and you get a video, because this is something I do for fun, and that's it. So that's the first one. The next one is to read less. I think I'm going to hit 100 books, or like 98 in 2023, which is so many books. And my Goodreads goal, I think, was 70, maybe less, maybe it was 60. I want to read less books because I want to read better books. And I have said this before, but I'm formalizing it now. I want to be reading only really good books that I really want to read. If it's not something that I really want to read, I'm just not going to read it. That's my gift to myself. My Goodreads goal, I think I'm going to set at 60, which is 5 books a month, which is still kind of a lot. For a lot of people, it's a lot. For a lot of people, it's not a lot. For me, I think that that's going to be a good place to aim for as somebody who has read 90-ish the last couple of years. So one way that I'm going to achieve that goal, aside from just trying to be pickier, is cutting back on audiobooks. This is kind of also a personal goal, but I listen to audiobooks all the time. Whenever I'm doing something that doesn't require my brain, I'm probably listening to an audiobook. And the problem with audiobooks is that because it's more of a passive activity, like I just put it on and, do the dishes or do the laundry or whatever I'm doing, I'm not as selective as I would like to be. I listen to a lot of audiobooks that I don't really like. I should have checked my average audiobook rating compared to my average rating overall, or my average like eyeball rating. Maybe I've put them on the screen. That's movie magic for you. But yeah, I want to bring my overall average rating up, and I want to read less audiobooks because I want to listen to music again. I don't really listen to any music, and I haven't for a while, and I don't really know what my music taste is anymore, and I want to listen to music again because that used to bring me a lot of joy, and I think it will again. So less audiobooks, more music. I also am interested in silence. I think it's probably bad for my brain and psyche to be always like filling my brain with stimulation. Like, I can't fold the laundry without an audiobook or something. Come on. Like, I don't like that. For me, I don't like it. So I think cutting back on audiobooks is going to kind of be like inviting more stillness. Not stillness. Well, sure. Silence into my life. Just do the thing. You don't have to put more and more input and stimulation into your brain at all times in the day, I don't think. For me, that's something that I'm working on. So there you go. Yeah, read less to be present more. Try music and also silence. Smiley face. That's what I wrote down. And I'm going to shoot for a 4.0 average rating for the year. Like, that's where I want to be at. That's what I mean when I say good books only. Okay, another one is bookshelf less white. I think, again, like in certain months of this year, I did read a lot less white authors, but there were a few months where I only read from white authors, which I don't like. I don't condone that kind of behavior. I don't like to see it. I don't like to say it. So that's something. But again, I don't have a specific numerical goal for that. And I probably should, so that it's more actionable. But I think, again, because I'm trying to be way more like vibes focused with my reading and less, getting the numbers, that's sort of why I didn't pick a number. I guess I should set myself a benchmark to choose from or to work on. But yeah, I want to be reading way less books by white people. I want to get my Netgalley ratio to 90% or more in the next year. And I think I'm going to implement a one in, one out strategy with that. Not one in, one out, but like one out, one request. Like, every Netgalley book that I read and review is one book I can request on Netgalley. And because I don't get approved for everything I request, I think that that's a good rule of thumb for me at this time to be hitting that 90%. So that's what's up. I think I'm at 69% right now. Here's a big one. I'm going to take a break from TikTok TBR. I'm not saying I'm done playing it, because I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to take a deliberate break for a few months at least, because I am bored of it. I'm bored of it. It's just the only thing I've been posting for a while. When I don't have it in me to vlog or to make other content, like, I'm like, well, I'll just post my TikTok TBR and that's, I'm still here. But it's not bringing me like joy. It's not usually very fun for me overall. It's just like a quick, easy video. I can make it so fast. The editing, like, I just throw it together and it's done. And that's not really what I want for my channel right now. So I'm releasing myself from that like commitment. And I think that's also going to do something interesting, which is interesting to me. It's going to remove like a deadline. Through reflecting, I realized that there are a lot of books that I have avoided reading, partly because of their length, because if I know a book I'm not going to finish it this month, then I don't want to start it, because I know I'm not going to get anything from my TikTok TBR board for that book. And I don't know what the prompts are going to be next month, so I might not be able to use it for anything. And then it's like I wasted a whole book. And like, that's not how I want to think about books. So I think not having TikTok TBR is going to make it so that I don't have to think about months quite so much. So I'll be a little bit more loosey-goosey with that and hopefully be able to read some longer books. Another sort of benefit to that for me is that, like, if I'm not thinking about TikTok TBR and the months so much, I'm now about to talk about 2 other monthly challenges that I want to do. Even though I just said I don't want the months to be as important. But I have many times wanted to participate in Buzzwordathon just because it's fun. I've played around with Buzzwordathon ideas. I've even started, I think, Buzzwordathon videos and just never ended up following through or finishing any projects related to it. But this year, I really want to try and read a nonfiction book that fits the Buzzwordathon prompt every month. So in January, I have 2 books I'm considering that fit the January prompt, which is there, or there. Sorry if you don't know what Buzzwordathon is. It's a really chill, low-key reading challenge where every month there is a buzzword or like a type of word, like positive words is one of the months, or an actual word. And then you read a book or many books or whatever that include that buzzword in the title of the book. So in January, I want to read a nonfiction book that has there, or there, one of the 3 theirs in the title. I don't remember any of the other ones, but that's one reading challenge I want to do that is created by Kayla from Books and Law. And I'll link that video down below, I guess. The other thing I want to do, and I'll link the video from Freshly Read Books, TBR Spin, which is a really fun challenge that I was thinking of making my own, but then I saw that they're going to run this again next year. So I'm just going to follow the prompts that the creators are using. There's a wheel, it's got tons of prompts on it. At the beginning of the year, you make a stack of 12 books, and then every month they spin the wheel and it picks a prompt, and you pick one of the 12 books to read that month. And then the next month you're down to 11 books, and you have to use one of those to fill the prompt. And some of the prompts invite you to swap books out or whatever. It's just like a fun way to read some books on your shelf, and I would like to participate in that because I wanted to last year and I just was constantly feeling too committed to other things. So 2024, I want to participate in TBR Spin and Buzzwordathon in my own way. And yeah, those are my goals. That's all of them. Basically, I want to have less gamification of my reading and more mindfulness. And also just in life in general. I know gamification is such a good way to motivate yourself to get things done, but I no longer want motivation to read in the way that that kind of gamification has been motivating me in the past. Does that make sense? I guess just in all parts of my life, really, I want to be cultivating less mindless consumption and more mindful enjoyment. And I think these goals are going to help me achieve that within my reading and YouTube life. So let me know what kind of goals you have for 2024, how you're feeling reflecting on all that you've read in 2023. I'll be posting my book bracket where all of the best books I read from each month face off from 2023. I'll be posting that soon, so keep an eye out for that. And thank you so much for joining me for this little video. I'm so glad I got to film outside, and I'm really excited to keep reading and to post more things that I have more fun making in the new year. Okay, happy new year. Thank you. Goodbye.